Hi everyone. For today's topic, let's have the basic economic problems in the Philippines. At the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to identify the basic economic problems of the country, discuss the causes of economic problems, and explain how applied economics can be used to solve economic problems. Before we proceed to our discussion, let us try to answer the following questions. 1. Which of the following is an economic problem? A. Poverty. B. Unemployment. C. Traffic jam in Metro Manila. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. 2. What is unemployment? A. People who are available for work but do not find any jobs. B. These are the people who have no work. C. It refers to a person who leave their current job. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. 3. Which of the following is not true about poverty? A. It is a condition where people's basic needs for foods, clothing, and shelter are not being met. B. It occurs when people do not enjoy a certain minimum level of living standards as determined by a government. C. It is a state which the income for a family, individual is not enough to sustain the basic food and non-food requirements. D. None of the above. The answer is D. None of the above. 4. Which of the following is a cause of poverty? A. Exposure to risks such as natural disasters. B. High inflation during crisis. C. Both A and B are correct. D. None of the above. The answer is C. Both A and B are correct. 5. Which of the following is a cause of unemployment? A. Due to people moving between jobs. B. Fewer jobs available in the market. C. Both A and B are correct. D. None of the above. The answer is C. Both A and B are correct. Let's check if you still remember our lesson last time. Differentiate and give a real-life scenario of trade-off and opportunity cost. For the past discussions, we are dealing with scarcity as the main economic problem. Economics is deeply rooted with this problem. It is the source of what we are experiencing today. Hence, economists use applied economics to come up with a policy to lessen the risk of the problem. For today's lesson, we will discuss the basic economic problems in the country and its causes. Economic problem exists because of imbalances of resources and satisfaction of human needs and wants. Resources are limited to suffice the unlimited desires of the society. Because of this, all societies are not excused with the economic problem. Philippines is one of the competitive countries in the world. In the past years, the economy has been increasing and stable. According to the study of World Bank in 2019, the Philippine economy remains strong and is projected to grow 5.8% in 2019, before recovering to 6.1% and 6.2% in 2020 and 2021, respectively. Filipinos are very proactive to attain these figures. However, there are hindrances to meet this goal, and these are economic problems. It is hard for the Philippines to fully eradicate poverty, unemployment and other problems because of the resources. As per NSCB Resolution No. 15 dated October 20, 2004, unemployed consists of persons in the labor force who are reported as 1. Without work, and 2. Currently available for work, and 3. Seeking work or not seeking work because of the belief that no work is available, or awaiting results of previous job application, or because of temporary illness or disability, bad weather or waiting for rehire or job recall. The latest unemployment report posted by Philippine Statistics Authority (PSA) was in April 2020. According to the report, unemployment rate increased to 17.7% with 7.3 million unemployed Filipinos in the labor force in April 2020. Frictional unemployment is a transitional unemployment due to people moving between jobs because of the many factors. Frictional unemployment can be both voluntarily leaving from their jobs and new entrants in the labor market. In other cases, workers may resign from their job to go back to school or learn a new skill because they believe they need the skill to earn more income. Others might leave the workforce for personal reasons, such as to care for a family member, sickness, retirement, or pregnancy. Structural unemployment happens when there is a long-term decline in demand in an industry leading to fewer jobs as demand for labor falls away. This type of unemployment exists because though jobs are available, there's a mismatch between what companies need and what available workers offer. Technology tends to worsen structural unemployment. Jobs on a production line being replaced by robots, e.g. motor manufacturing, online banking and online retailing. Thus, structural unemployment is long-lasting unemployment due to shifts in an economy. Cyclical unemployment is the impact of economic recession or expansion on the total unemployment rate. This is also known as Keynesian unemployment or demand-deficient unemployment. During recession, there's an increase in unemployment because of business closures and failures that would result to mass layoffs. Firms are likely to reduce employment to cut costs and/or maintain profits. This is called labor shedding or downsizing. The concept of seasonal unemployment describes a situation when workers experience unemployment at certain times of the year when the demand has decreased. Although unemployment is always problematic, the upside is that seasonal unemployment doesn't last. Eventually, the peak season of a given industry arrives and many workers become employed once again. Poverty is a condition where people's basic needs for foods, clothing, and shelter are not being met. In the final report of Family Income and Expenditure Survey in 2018, the poverty incidence among population, or the proportion of poor Filipinos whose per capita income is insufficient to meet their basic food and non-food needs, is now estimated at 16.7%. This translates to about 17.7 million Filipinos living in poverty. The poverty incidence has been decreased throughout the years. This is a good indicator that the economy is really performing. The major causes of poverty are corruption, education, natural and geographical characteristics, ineffective governance and government policies. The World Bank recognizes the harmful effects of corruption. Public sector corruption is defined as the abuse of public power for private benefit. Corruption refers to preferential access to public goods and services, gratuitous ensuring of public procurement and contracts, illegal hiring in the public sector, bribery or grafting, abuse of official information, inconsistent application of rules, etc. Poverty is not only a problem of low incomes, but it is a multidimensional problem that includes low access to opportunities for developing human capital and education. Poor countries increase their poverty level due to lack of training skills, productive knowledge, and transforms human beings into more valuable human capital and education. Poverty levels are strongly linked to educational attainment. 2/3 of poor households are headed by people with only an elementary school education or below. Access to quality education is identified as a key pathway out of poverty. Without proper training for the respective skills and knowledge in the workforce, such as read, write, communicate, and be able to choose different alternative choices in more informed way, would lead to low earnings and therefore increase poverty level. Many countries are inherently poor due to their geographic characteristics that predispose them to weak economic growth. In the Philippines, the majority live in rural areas and work in the agriculture sector. Asian Development Bank suggests that there's a need of agricultural development for the farmers and fishermen to generate more income. Also, recurrent shocks and exposure to risks such as economic crisis, conflicts, and natural disasters are the main drivers of the poverty in the country. For your activity, please read the directions. You may answer this after watching the video. To summarize what you have learned in the lesson, answer the following questions. 1. What are the basic economic problems of the country? 2. What are the causes of poverty? 3. What are the causes of unemployment? If you were the president of the country, what economic problem do you want to solve first? Why? Let us check if you have learned something today. Please answer the post test.